Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Samantha Cavalli. Both Republicans and Democrats continue to sound off following the passing of President Donald Trump's budget bill this morning. Here in Green Bay, Senator Tammy Baldwin calling out the bill for cuts to Medicaid, saying it will cost more than 270,000 people in the state their health care and potentially force rural hospitals to close, including one hospital in our area. New at 6, Chief Political Reporter Jason Zimmerman breaks down the impact and what this could mean for you.
Less than 2 weeks after voting against President Trump's so-called Big Beautiful bill, Senator Tammy Baldwin is back in Wisconsin. And after a tour of Bellin Hospital's emergency department in Green Bay Saturday, she spoke about her opposition, especially for what it means for Medicaid recipients.
Let me be very clear. This measure that was passed last week will hurt our state. This bill will hurt the over 270,000 Wisconsinites who will have their health care terminated. 270,000. That's just about the entire population of Brown County.
The Republican budget bill will reduce Medicaid spending over the next 9 years by roughly $1 trillion, with the biggest chunk of savings coming from work reporting requirements. In a previous statement on May 12th, Representative Tony Weed explained his position, saying, quote, "I have made it very clear that I will not support a budget that cuts Medicaid. However, I remain committed to rooting out waste, fraud, and abuse in the program. This includes providing work requirements for able-bodied people and preventing illegal aliens from collecting benefits they do not deserve. We must do this in order to strengthen Medicaid for the most vulnerable Americans who truly deserve it," end quote. Also speaking out this week, Representative Derek Van Orden.
I was raised in abject rural poverty by a single mom. And so I understand the importance of these programs.
However, those who depend on the coverage expressing concern. This includes Jamie Willett, the single mom of twin boys with disabilities.
Without Medicaid, I would not be able to afford to bring them to their 10 specialists at Children's of Milwaukee. Without Medicaid, we would not have funds to pay for essential medical equipment.
Democrats also sending a letter to the president and Republican leadership highlighting more than 300 rural hospitals that could close, whose patients heavily depend on Medicaid. The list includes 3 Wisconsin hospitals in Stanley, Osseo, and Holy Family Memorial in Manitowoc.
Because of this bill, Wisconsin hospitals are projected to lose over $260 million every single year collectively. When about a third of all hospitals in Wisconsin are already operating at a loss.
What remains to be seen is what, if any, impact this will have with voters on next year's important midterm elections. Reporting in Green Bay, Jason Zimmerman, Action 2 News.